All right, in this lesson, we are going to be looking at section 4.4 for us, which is going to be finding the determinants. We're only going to be working with today 2x2 matrices. Since I'm not here, I'm going to make it simple. You've actually performed determinants of 2x2 matrices back in chapter 1 when we were dealing with order of operations. So something familiar with a little bit. It's a quick formula. The main idea is being familiar with your notation. Is determinants. We use the phrase DET for determinants, and there's three different ways we can write it. To see it actually with matrices, let's look down here to see what it looks like. Now, when we're dealing with our matrices, what we're going to do is you'll see determinant in three different ways. The first way is to put DET with the matrix surrounded in brackets. The next is DET with the matrix surrounded in parentheses. Now, the new way and the most common way to see it all with mathematical notation is to put vertical bars around the matrix. And notice there is no DET there. It doesn't say determinant. It just has our vertical bars. When you see vertical bars around a matrix rather than brackets, it means to find the determinant. It is an operation itself. Just like how a minus sign means subtract, an addition sign means add, a multiplication sign means multiply, division sign means divide. Vertical bars around a matrix means to find the determinant. Now, to find the determinant, all we do is subtract the product of the diagonals for a 2x2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my first diagonal, A times D, and I'm going to subtract my second diagonal, B times C. And once I do that, I'm going to find the value of the determinant from there. So let's look at the first example. The main way to know how to do it is to look at the labeling. So for the labeling, notice that it goes alphabetical left to right in the rows. A, B, then the second row, C, D. So when I'm asked to find the determinant of the matrix -5, -7, 11, 8, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to label what's my A, what's my B, what's my C, and what's my D. And then I'm going to follow the formula, which is take A times D, subtract the product of B times C. So if I do the first, I have -5 times 8. And again, notice your starting point is always the top left on there. It does matter the order that you subtract the product. So do A times D. -5 times 8 is -40. I'm going to subtract the B times C. So in that case, I'm going to subtract the -7 times 11, which is -77. So -40 minus -77 is really -40 plus 77. So my determinant is 37. It's that quick of an operation for 2x2s. So we're going to go to the next one. And again, notice the setup for this one. It does not say DET. Rather, for this one, what it does is it has the vertical bars around the matrix. Again, that means to find the determinant. So again, first we're going to label A, B, C, D. The formula for the determinant of a 2x2 matrix is A times D minus the product of B times C. So my first diagonal is 3 times 10. And I'm going to subtract my second diagonal, which is parentheses -4 times 9. So in this case, I have 3 times 10 is 30 minus a -36, which is the same as 30 plus 36. So this determinant is 66. Again, I can't stress enough based off of what's going to be happening when it comes to everything is the vertical bars means find the determinant. That's it for 2x2 matrices. There's really no tricks in this case for doing a 2x2 determinant. You just take your diagonals, you find the product of them, and you subtract. Just make sure your one on the left is always the starting point, first part of the matrix, AD minus BC. This was done in lesson 1.1. If you were to look at the last problems on our notes, we did one where we looked at this formula before. So that is the determinant of a 2x2 matrix. You want to work on only those problems from the homework, or the 2x2s, and when I come back on Monday, we will look at how to do it with 3x3 matrices. Also review your multiplying matrices. Make sure you're good with it because that skills check is on Monday.